The Galactic Council chamber hummed with nervous energy as Ambassador Krell adjusted his ceremonial robes for the third time. The reptilian diplomat's scales had shifted to a muted gray, a clear sign of distress among his people. Across the vast, circular hall, representatives from 12 different species whispered in hushed tones, their various forms of communication creating a symphony of concern. "The motion is clear," announced High Chancellor Vale, her crystalline voice echoing through third chamber. "We must discuss the human situation before it escalates further." 3 standard galactic years had passed since the Deathworld Alliance had extended membership to the humans of Earth. At the time, it had seemed like a logical decision. Earth was classified as a Class 12 Deathworld, among the most hostile environments known to support intelligent life. The Alliance, comprised of species from similarly dangerous planets, had assumed humans would fit naturally into their coalition of survivors. They had been catastrophically wrong. "The humans have exceeded every parameter we established," reported Commander Ross, the Vegan representative whose forearms gestured frantically. "When we invited them, we expected hardy survivors. We did not expect this." The holographic display in the center of the chamber flickered to life, showing a compilation of human achievements since joining the Alliance. The statistics were staggering. Human colonization efforts had expanded at a rate 400% faster than any other Alliance member. Their technological adaptation had broken records. Most concerning of all, their military integration had transformed the Alliance's defensive capabilities beyond recognition. Ambassador Krell finally spoke, his voice carrying the weight of regret. "On Sarthak, our homeworld, survival means enduring acid storms and defending against crystal predators. We thought we understood hardship. But humans, they do not merely survive their death world. They conquered it so thoroughly they grew bored and began creating artificial challenges." The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Every Alliance member came from worlds that had forged them through necessity. They had adapted to survive, nothing more. Humans had gone several steps further. Their recreation involved simulating the very dangers we still face as genuine threats, continued Krell. They call it extreme sports. They voluntarily expose themselves to conditions that would eliminate most of our populations. Chancellor Vale's form shimmered, indicating deep thought. The integration protocols assumed compatible mindsets. We believed fellow Deathworld survivors would share our cautious defensive approach to galactic relations. Instead, interrupted General Holt from the Terran delegation, his voice carrying an edge that made several delegates flinch, "You got a species that views your death worlds as vacation destinations." The human general's presence in the chamber represented part of the problem. When other species sent diplomats, humans sent soldiers who spoke like diplomats. When others sent scientists, humans sent soldiers who happened to be scientists. The distinction had initially seemed minor but had grown increasingly troubling. "Your people have submitted 47 colonization requests for worlds we classified as uninhabitable," Vale stated, "including 3 that we use as prison planets because the environment itself serves as a deterrent." General Holt shrugged, a gesture that somehow conveyed both casual indifference and veiled threat. "My people find hostile environments stimulating. It brings out our best qualities." Ambassador Krell's scales shifted darker. That was precisely what terrified the Alliance. Human, best qualities emerged under pressure, and those qualities were uniformly terrifying to other species. In 3 years, humans had not just adapted to Alliance military doctrine, they had revolutionized it. "The war games last month," whispered Representative Tall from the Insectoid Hive Collective. "Your tactics were disturbing." The humans had approached the simulated conflict scenarios with a creativity that bordered on artistic. Where other species sought efficient solutions, humans had developed elaborate strategies that seemed to prioritize psychological impact over mere victory. They had introduced concepts like overkill and shock and awe to Alliance military terminology. "We won," General Holt pointed out reasonably. "You eliminated the opposing forces so completely that our wargame computers crashed trying to calculate casualty ratios," Vale replied. "Then you asked if we had more challenging scenarios." The uncomfortable truth hanging over the chamber was that the Alliance had invited humans hoping to gain sturdy allies for defensive purposes. Instead, they had acquired the galactic equivalent of a military upgrade that nobody had requested, and everyone was afraid to deploy. The other galactic powers have taken notice, admitted Commander Ross. The Stellar Empire has begun referring to our alliance as the War Coalition. Trade relationships have become strained. General Holt leaned forward slightly. Are you suggesting we're too effective as allies? The question highlighted the Alliance's dilemma. Human effectiveness was undeniable. Their technological contributions had advanced Alliance capabilities by centuries. Their military innovations had transformed the coalition from a defensive pact into a force that other galactic powers actively feared. Their colonization success had expanded Alliance territory dramatically. But success had brought scrutiny, and scrutiny had revealed uncomfortable truths about their new human partners. Your species treats warfare as a problem-solving tool, Vale observed carefully. Most civilized species view it as a last resort. Most civilized species, General Holt replied with a smile that didn't reach his eyes, haven't survived the evolutionary pressures that created humans. The chamber fell silent again. The Ambassador Krell finally voiced what everyone was thinking. We fear we have upset the galactic balance. The other powers are forming defensive coalitions against us. They believe we are preparing for conquest. Are we? Asked General Holt with genuine curiosity. The question lingered in the air like a toxic cloud. The Alliance members realized they had no definitive answer, and that uncertainty terrified them more than any Deathworld ever had.